Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to On Obs and Gynae. Today we will talk about bladder prolapse, comparing non-surgical options like pessaries with surgical treatments and clearly explaining the outcomes, benefits, and what we can realistically expect. What is bladder prolapse? It is the descent of bladder into anterior vaginal wall due to weakness of pelvic floor support. It is common in multiparous and postmenopausal women. What are the causes and risk factors of bladder prolapse? Those includes vaginal childbirth, aging and menopause, chronic cough and constipation, obesity and heavy lifting, previous pelvic surgery. The clinical features of bladder prolapse include vaginal bulge or pressure, urinary frequency or urgency, stress urinary incontinence, incomplete bladder emptying. Now, how bladder prolapse is diagnosed? The diagnosis is done by clinical pelvic examination, the POC-Q staging system, urine analysis if urinary symptoms are there, and by imaging, which are rarely required. Now, let's have treatment options overview. The first treatment option is that of the conservative management. Secondly, the pessary use. Thirdly, the surgical management. And the choices depends on the symptoms, age, and patient preferences. The pessary management. It is a non-surgical option suitable for mild to moderate prolapse, and it is ideal for elderly or those patients who are unfit for surgery. What are the different types of pessary? Those include, in general, the supportive pessaries like ring pessary, liver pessary, Gellhorn pessary, Gehring pessary, and the Shorts pessary. The space occupying type include donut, cube, and inflatable pessary. So these are the types of the pessaries in general. How to insert the ring pessary? First of all, place lubrication on the side to be introduced first into vagina. Hold the squeezed or twisted pessary against the vagina and separate the labia with the thumb and index finger of the other hand. Push pessary into vagina using the hand that was holding the labia to advance it further. What are the advantages of pessary? First of all, the use of pessary avoids surgery. It provides immediate symptom reliefs, and these are reversible, and these are safe in pregnancy and in comorbid patients. What are the limitations of pessaries? The pessaries require regular follow-up. Vaginal discharge or erosions are the contraindications of the use of the pessaries, and these are usually not tolerated by all the patients. Now, the bladder prolapse treatment by the pessary that we will discuss now. We have already discussed how to introduce the pessary. Here we have a brief summary. So, lubricate and fold the pessary, push into vagina toward the sacrum, sit under the bladder and behind pubic bone. Means the pessary should sit under the bladder and behind the pubic bone, and in the end we need to check the comfort and widening as well. Now, pessary or surgery are the two options, individualized choice based on symptoms using stepwise patient focused care. The surgical management options are indicated for severe or symptomatic prolapse when the conservative treatments fail and when the patient desires the definitive correction. The surgical outcomes for the bladder prolapse are very helpful because the bladder bulge is reduced with it, the pressures symptoms are relieved, and the urination improve. Recovery occurs in about 4 to 6 weeks times. Now, for the bladder prolapse repairs, we would like to say that surgery lifts the bladder. Vaginal approach is the most common, and it improves urinary control. Hospital stays usually 1 to 2 days. Recovery occurs in 4 to 6 weeks time. Now we will talk about assessing bladder prolapse management. We will meticulously compare pessary fitting and the long-term surgical outcomes, dissecting efficacy, patient selection criteria, and potential complication. This deep dive will clarify optimal therapeutic pathways, integrating the anatomical consideration and evidence-based clinical pearls for decision-making in the woman's health. The different surgical options include anterior culvar hyphae, site-specific repair, the mesh repair, which is done in select cases, and combined pelvic surgeries. The surgical outcomes include high anatomical success rates, improved quality of life, risk of recurrence, and possible surgical complications. Now here we have comparison of the pessary versus surgery. Pessary result in conservative reversible treatment option and usually no anesthesia is required. The surgery is definitive treatment that may be invasive and the recovery time may be long. So individualized decision making is essential in each patient. So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel on Obs and Gynae. Like this video and share it with others who may benefit.